All right, I'm on hole number 9 of the 2019 Fall Major. I'm in the opening round of the Rookie Division. I'm in my low-level account, just playing some T4 clubs. Let's go check out Eagle Peak hole number 9. This is hole number 9 of the Fall Major. The Fall Major here is following the Eagle Peak holes, and this is same holes we played in the 2018. And I have no problem with that. I kind of like I don't mind having, we're playing these majors playing on a course where we've got this is a tough course, and at the same time it's a course that has a lot of opportunities to pick up shots. Now, okay, been playing out here and trying to get past, you're trying to get past these trees. If you draw this line, trying to get anywhere out in this area so you're past the trees so you have a great shot to get in. I haven't been a fan of this particular type of shot, but you do have a little bit of a funnel here. If you bring a club, a secondary club, if you can get down in this hole and you can get over here with our upper developed stuff, we're getting as far down in that hole as we can, and then we're bringing a sniper. So we got great ball guide, 4.5 ball guide, and trying to follow its tail. It's hard to get the tail to show so that you can get it right to the hole, but if you can find that spot where you can get that funnel to show and you hit it perfect, we're doing a 10% wind adjustment on the drive to the green on this shot. If you can hit that perfect, you do have a serious shot at Albie. This shot is problematic for Albie. And so the question is, which way do I go? With my, I've traditionally gone out here and I feel good about this shot, especially in my upper developed, my other accounts. But in this lower developed account, depending on the wind, with a 3-power ball, I may not be able to clear out here. If I can clear out here, I could get out into this area and bring a big dog and go right at it. The question is that what kind of distance do I have if I took the lower shot with a secondary club and a 3-power ball? Let's see what kind of distance I have on my horizon. 173. And that's, I think a sniper when it gets upper developed is at 162, so it's going to be similar distance. I think it's at 172, so I do have ball guide here. What I don't have with this horizon is accuracy. And what you need on that second shot is you need some top spin, some power, and accuracy. Or excuse me, top spin. You need ball guide if you're going to try and get into the funnel, and you need the power to be able to get up to that spot. The problem with this lower developed account is getting down into that hole. And my choice, I have a level 1 rock, but that's not going to cut it. So it hits 215 versus my quarterback at 214. It's really easy to get down that hole if you've got an upper developed rock. Let me think here. 60. Not sure I can get far enough into that hole. I'm going to bring 2 bags. I'm going to bring 1 bag with my Viper. Extra mile and a Viper. And I'm going to bring another bag with a quarterback and a horizon. And if I don't like the way that it looks at the quarterback and the horizon, I will take the extra mile and the Viper. But I'm going to try the lower shot and see if I can get that done. It's kind of risky with this lower level account because it's all, you need to get down into that hole. I'm not sure what that's going to look like down there. And that club is so inaccurate. It's a very narrow little neck down there at the end. And the good news is that the wind adjustment at the end is the wind is going with you. So if you hit it great to the left or the right, it's going to go great to the left or the right. And you can't afford with 2.8 to hit it more. You can't afford to hit it great to the left or the right. That second shot's got to be perfect. Well, I do think that that's a better way to go for Albie. That could be, I've picked up 2 here, and it would just be a shame to drop those 2 trying to get risky on a hole with these low level clubs. Let's switch this one up. I've got my number 1 or my number 2 bag. What I don't like is the second club. I don't like having to bring this club here. Do have a little more accuracy with this. Not quite as much ball guide, not quite as much distance with that. And the top spin from out there are spots if you're out there that you're going to need, you may need 4 or 5 top spin in order to get up there. And so the Viper could end up being just a little too short. I mean, the Horizon is the club other than this accuracy. The accuracy is what's really throwing me off right here. And I could definitely get this done with the Big Dog, and it has a little bit more accuracy, but between its low accuracy and its low ball guide, that's not a good shot either. I'm gonna have to just go for the normal shot up at the top. I mean, I think I do have a better shot at Albie on the one below, but I think it's just too risky. I think I could risk my round down there. And what's funny is that the shot that I'm going to take is still risking my round. None of these are great options. This is a tough hole if you've got lower developed stuff. Let me think here. There is a safe play. I should set up a third bag just in case and the third bag is the Big Topper, Big Dog combo. Because with a Big Topper, I can roll it over. I can do the bounce over and then come at it with my Big Dog. And I actually think that's the way I'm going to play it. That's the safe shot with this. We'll see what the wind looks like. But really, because if I do the extra mile and try and get over, bounce over on the left-hand side and get over to the other fairway, I've got to do a max overpower shot. And an extra mile 6 doesn't have a lot of curl on it. So the window out there is very narrow. And you can't recover if you're in the rough out there. So let's see which way my opponent's going to go at it. We've got a Quasar. Got a 5 mile an hour wind. I think I would have moved it over a little bit more to the left to take, because now they were already going to the right. It looked like they were going to get in trouble, and then they hit it to the right. So that's not good. Yeah. Okay, so the wind's going to push me in that direction. I'm going to come over just a little bit. I'll be aimed right towards the end of that sand out there. The wind's going to push me. Hitting it perfect. They were giving me the I don't want to look. That's right where I want to end up. Hold on one second. I got to let my dog out. Come on, Daisy girl. Come on, Daisy girl. Come on, Daisy. Yeah, that's right. People have kids interrupting them while they're playing. I have my dog. I still have a house full of people. It's Thanksgiving. That's why I'm shooting at the last second. All right. Up here with my Big Dog. Let me try and get up there in the clear. My Big Dog. .5. There's 2.5, 3.5. Go about a ring and a half. Hit it 2 rings great to the left. I was trying to engage that hill so to roll me back down there so I wouldn't have to use my pitiful backspin on it. Get my eagle. And move on. Feels like it's about 2 degrees outside. They say it's 20, but I think they accidentally put that 0 on there. These are the type of holes right here. This particular type of hole, if I think about this hole with my upper developed accounts, you know, this hole doesn't, you can mess up a shot and end up in trouble. But your clubs, you have a bunch of different ways that you can go with this type of hole with a bunch of different clubs that are in your bag. But if you've got lower developed stuff, this is the type of hole right here that can eat your lunch. And I still have work to get done. In the hole. All right. I wimped out, came here to get an eagle. I got an eagle and didn't give myself the most stellar look at Albie, but I feel pretty comfortable with that, with what I have in my bag to play with as far as like trying to be safe. I think that's one of the things when you've got lower developed stuff and you're, especially, you know, you're new and you've got lower developed stuff, or even if you've been playing for a while and you haven't had a lot of success in tournaments and you're going out and you're trying to get more consistent in your gameplay, is that when you get to a hole like this, you know, it's that risk versus reward. Is it worth the risk? If you come into the round and your shot's down and you're already, you know, you can take some risks to maybe be able to pick a shot up. But if you've been playing really consistent and you've been picking up shots on the holes that you need to pick them up on, and then you come to a hole like this and you go, hey, I'm feeling on fire today and I'm going to take some big risks on this hole because I can, this is not a high percentage Albie hole. And you start taking a bunch of big risks, and the next thing you know, you had the best of intentions to get Albie and you end up with a birdie. So this is definitely a hole that can eat your lunch, and the shot that I played there is absolutely with those clubs. The big topper and the big dog are the safest way to get up there. You don't have to do any overpower like you would with the extra mile down here to get up into this area. So you've got a nice straight in shot at it. So you could bring a Viper. You don't have to worry about trying to get in this hole and get all of the distance down in here with a club that's underdeveloped, and then try and hit a club that has very low accuracy where it's at the very end of its run and you're going through this. This is the look at the entire course. There is no space on here that's as narrow as far as green and rough as this spot right here, and it's at the very end. We've got first bounce, second bounce, and then we're trying to dribble through there. If your trajectory is off at all, you're going to end up in trouble. And so a lot of clubs in my bag, if I had a 50% accurate club, even close to that, I probably wouldn't have any issues with it. But when you've got a 15% accuracy club, you make any mistake at all here, great to the left or the right, and you're going to end up either in the sands or in the rough right there, and that's bad. So that was a very conservative way to play that hole to make sure that you can secure your eagle and then move on. All right, that was hole number 9 of the 2019 Fall Major. Maybe. It's going to freeze up on me here. Freeze. Hey, remember me? There you go. Just fire back up again. It helps me when I edit my videos if I'm always on that end screen. So we'll sit here. I'll give you some elevator music. All right. That was hole number 9 of the 2019 Spring or Fall Major. Where am I at? Spring. It's 20 degrees outside. Thanks for watching.